World War I destabilized Europe. World War II started because of problems or issues that remained unsolved from the First World War. For example, the political and economic instability of Germany, and their resentment over the terms imposed by the Versailles Treaty. Also, when Hitler became Chancellor of Germany in 1933, he consolidated power by putting himself like Führer. Hitler had this idea of the superiority of the pure German race and believed that war was the only way to gain necessary living space to Germany. In 1930, Germany began to rearm in secret. They signed an alliance with Italy and Japan against the Soviet Union. Outbreak of World War II. In 1939, Hitler and Joseph Stalin, the Soviet leader, signed a non-aggression pact, which caused a frenzy of concern in London and Paris. Hitler had planned an invasion of Poland, but Great Britain and France would give support if it was attacked by Germany. The pact he created with Stalin meant that Hitler could not face the war on two fronts as he invaded Poland and would have Soviet help to conquer the nation. In September 1st, 1939, Hitler invaded Poland, and days later, France and Great Britain declared war on Germany.
World War II in the West. On April 1940, Germany simultaneously invades Norway and occupied Denmark. This sparked things in the Ehrenwelt. On May 10th, German forces swept through Belgium and the Netherlands in what became known as Blitzkrieg. 3 days later, Hitler's troops crossed Maginot Line, an elaborate chain of fortifications. The British Expeditionary Force was evacuated from Dunkirk in late May. Italian dictator Benito Mussolini formed an alliance with Hitler and declared war on France and Britain on June 10th. German planes bombarded Britain extensively from September until May, known as the Blitz. The Royal Air Force defeated the Luftwaffe, causing Hitler to postpone his invasion plan. Hitler versus Stalin, Operation Barbarossa. By early 1941, Hungary, Romania, and Bulgaria had joined the Axis, and German troops overran Yugoslavia and Greece that April. Hitler's conquest of the Bangladesh was just a precursor for his grand objective, invading the Soviet Union. The other half of Hitler's strategy was to exterminate the Jews throughout the German-occupied Europe. Plans for the final solution were introduced around this time. In the next 3 years, more than 4 million Jews were killed. On June 22, 1941, Hitler started Operation Barbarossa, code name for the invasion of the Soviet Union. Hitler and his commanders' arguments postponed this invasion until October, when it was stopped by the counteroffensive and the harsh weather of the Soviet Union.
World War II in the Pacific. The nation of the United States changed the Japanese aggression. From other side, Japan attacked the naval base of the United States by surprise. The Congress declared to Japan and Germany, and the rest of the powers declared war to the United States. World War II ends. Post-war Germany would be divided into 4 occupation zones, to be controlled by the Soviet Union, Britain, and the United States, and France. On the devised matter of Eastern Europe's future, Churchill and Truman acquiesced to Stalin, as they needed Soviet cooperation in the war against Japan. Heavy casualties sustained in the campaigns at Iwo Jima and Okinawa, and fears of the even constellar land invasion of Japan led Truman to authorize the use of a new and devastating weapon. General Douglas MacArthur accepted Japan's formal surrender aboard the USS Missouri in Tokyo Bay. Basically, World War II ended 6 years and 1 day after Germany's invasion of Poland on September 1st, 1939, sparked the 20th century's second global conflict. The Allies, however, turned the tide of the conflict, and the events that we just mentioned brought World War II